So Modern Warfare 3 is out, and it seems the riot shield is gone. They've completely taken it out of the game. But one thing I noticed is a lot of the maps are old throwback maps from 2009's the original Modern Warfare 2. And as I was playing, I noticed that something has seemed to re-emerge that used to be a part of the old games way back in the day. Is something that we used to call a jump spot. Now this isn't like jumping up into a window to get behind somebody. This is like a spot that's like ideal for campers that you have to jump to get to, and the only way someone can join you up there is actually to jump up there with you. And since they're reusing the old maps, these jump spots are in the same spots they were on the original 2009 maps. Here's one on the plain of Afghan. You get up on the plain in the middle of the Afghan map, and you just have to leap from the wing to this little ledge. And it works pretty much the same way as it used to. One of my favorites was on the boathouse of a state. You have to climb up on these crates and leap to this lamp pole and then get onto the roof. On this one, it's way easier because your jump used to have to be really precise. But now there's this climb indicator on the lamp pole, and it just makes it really easy. It's not that hard to get up there. But it's still 2 jumps, which makes it kind of hard. Which, I'm having a little trouble here. Yeah, but once you get up there, you can cover a lot of space, and you can take cover really easily. Once I get my deployable cover, it'll be hard to get me off of here. The shed by the main house is pretty easy to get on top of, but it's still good cover. It's still a good position. And nobody can come up behind you and do executions while you're up there. Now in the greenhouse, there used to be this spot where I used to get up on a tank. And I'm skeptical about whether I can still get up on it on this new version. But I think I remember climbing across a beam. But I'm having trouble getting up there. But it was the best spot once I got up there. It was like I could cover a bunch of areas. But yeah, I try a bunch of jumps, and I'm not able to get up there. But a little later, I figured out a way to actually get on there. So eventually, I climb up on this generator in another tank, and I climb along on the outside of the structure of the greenhouse and kind of like crouch walk. And eventually I was able to actually get on top of that tank. But it was a little different than I remember it, because when I played before, I seem to remember standing on the tank and looking over the top of the wall past the windows, and I could cover the whole area down below. It was like the parapet of a castle. But maybe I'm not remembering it right. It took a little bit of time, but I was able to get on top of the tank. That tank's okay for camping at the greenhouse, I guess. If I camp, I like to be able to cover a large area. I don't like to wait for people. Here I am on Skid Row, and I'm gonna try and get to that fire escape. Or the balcony. It's not a fire escape. This one's a balcony. You have to jump up on this water tower. And it was really hard in 2009. It was really, really tough, but things seem to be a lot easier now. So I'm up on the water tower, and you have to leap to the balcony. Yeah, it's pretty easy. But once you're up here, man, nobody can come up behind you or nothing. They might pick you off, but you're not going to get executed. You're not going to get stabbed or anything. If you put up deployable cover, man, you could really annoy some folks up here. So I'm on another part of Skid Row, and in 2009 there used to be this fire escape that I used to be able to leap onto and take cover up there, but it's different now because the fire escape, it used to be right next to that opening on the second story, but it's just not there anymore. Okay, here I'm on Terminal, and I want to see if I can get on the wing like I used to. It used to be kind of hard. I used to climb up on these boxes, and these boxes actually had excellent cover, but they don't seem to have great cover this time. The boxes are kind of tight together. They used to make kind of an alcove, and you used to be able to completely shield yourself inside of there and jump up on the wing. But it's not really a good cover on these boxes anymore, so that's kind of disappointing. You can get on the wing, but that's like really not good cover at all. So I'm not sure about the value of this. Well, wait a minute. I discovered here you can actually kind of like lay down, and I don't know how well hidden that is to other players, but it might be good. I don't know. So I decided to do one more of these on Highrise, and I rediscovered the walkways that seem like they're off the map, but you can climb onto them, and you can actually leap over and actually use these walkways to actually kind of be out of people's field of vision, at least for a minute. And this is kind of cool. You run over here to the other side, and you can get on this little balcony. But when I came over here, I remembered from a long time ago, the opposite right here, I remembered I could get on the roof on the other side. And I was thinking, that can't still be possible. But I remember that. On the opposite side of where I'm at right here, you could get on the roof. I remember that specifically, but it was really, really hard to do in a game, like a team deathmatch. Like over there. And I'm thinking, that can't still be possible. There's no way you can still do that. I went over there and I tried to rediscover, how to do this. Now, I remember specifically it had something to do with this collapsed scaffold. That had something to do with it. I just don't remember. I didn't remember what at first. So I'm over there leaping over to the ledge, which you can leap over to that ledge, and it's kind of a lame spot. It's not very good. I mean, you might fall to your death, but you leap over there, and you can actually take position here. I mean, you'll be spotted real fast. It's not that great of a spot, but I knew that had something to do with this collapsed scaffold. This had something to do with getting on the roof, and I couldn't remember what it was. This is no good right here. This doesn't do anything. But I eventually figured it out. And then I see this ladder. It looks really familiar. This ladder, could I actually jump over there and catch that ladder? I remember something about that ladder that just looks like a temptation to jump to your death. So you have to leap over there, and dang it, I caught right on there and I started climbing it. And then it's all came back to me. You got to follow this ledge. But doing this in a game, this would be so hard to do in a game. Like, you get picked off. Maybe you could have allies cover you, or, throw down some smoke grenades or something. But this is, really hard to do in a team deathmatch. I think I only actually got on the roof, maybe a couple of times. But it was when I got up there, I was so happy. Because once you get up there, you can use your tactical insertion. And it still works. You can still get up there. Apparently the climb mechanic, I mean, it works, and there you are. You're right up on the roof. But getting up here in a game, I don't know, man. If you could do it, I mean, you could tactical insertion, and you'd be up here for the rest of the game, pretty much. And you could really piss some people off up here. Well, thanks for watching.